Yeah, nah. Pete takes like 15 minutes. He's like, any questions? No, all good. Have a good day. See you next week. I'm like, damn. When it's
Tēnā tātou katoa, kia ora, awesomeness people out there. We are live on the YouTube. What? All the way from Whangara Mai Tāwhiti with my favorite manifesting generator in person in the house because, we're in the same place. And she's going to introduce herself and what she is and what kind of energy type she is.
Kia ora, I'm Harata. I'm a manifesting generator with an emotional authority.
Cool. So she is amazing. Manifesting generators are big energies. If you're a manifesting generator, let us know in the chat. Hopefully it's going to work today. Who knows? We'll just see. Just turn that down because who wants to hear us again? And so we're just going to have some questions and talk about what it's like being a manifesting generator. So what's it like, daughter?
Oh, it's like you're going like 100 miles an hour and you want to do like 100 different things. But while you're doing that, but while you're trying to do the one thing, you forget. See, like I just forgot what I was trying to say because my brain's like going 100 miles an hour.
So you're really fast. You're like ahead of where we are now instead of being here in the present.
Yeah. I'm always thinking like 6 months ahead, 6 days, like, yeah.
Wow. So she's not even here in the room, people. She is next year. And so how do you bring yourself back to now?
Oh, that's a good question. I just do things that light me up and then I'm like, okay. Then I realize where I am, like go to the beach or be outside or talk to my projector man.
Yes. So she has a projector, awesome man out there. He is amazing.
Go.
And as a manifesting generator, you're really suited with projectors, as you know, because how long you've been together?
Oh, ages. Like sometimes I'm like, oh my gosh, I want to do this by tomorrow. And then he's like, okay, just calm down, like slow down. And I'm like, oh yeah, that's right. Like, that's not really realistic.
Right. So really fast kind of energy and doing things. And so you're also a emotional authority. How is that in the life of an emotional authority? How does that go?
When I didn't know it was a crazy life. But now I know that I am, and actually I've been working really hard on maintaining my emotions so that I can control my emotions and my emotions don't control me. Now I know that I'm like, oh, okay. Is this me talking or is it my emotion? So I need to just like settle down before I make decisions. And then, yeah, that's really helped me.
Yes. And do you feel your energy is quite big in a space? Like you're quite bold and confident when you join into spaces?
Oh, yeah, definitely. Like, I feel like as a mani gen, I can just do whatever, whenever. Like, if I wait for people, I'll never do it. So I just, like, I can join a new gym or start a new sport or start a new hobby. That's easy for me. Like, and then it's also easy for me to give up because I've tried it and I'm like, no, not for me. Next one, next one, next one, next one.
Yes. So manifesting generators, they can initiate new bold things and do many things. Do you do many things at one time?
Oh my gosh, yes. And I feel like I have many hobbies and many friends and just like so many things. Like I do, yeah.
You have many groups of friends and places you like to go. Wow, okay. And so how do you sleep if you've got so much energy? How do you get it all out?
I work out a lot. Like I've just noticed like I need to like I need it or I can't sleep. Like, yeah, like I'll go to the gym, I'll go like on a 3-hour walk and then I'll like play with my kids, and he's a generator and he's intense. So like, yeah, that's what I do. And then I can sleep. Sleep at night.
Yes. So a lot of energy. We both have to do that. I have to do a lot as well because of our sacral. It's just a lot of burning and getting through. And so when you have been thinking about things in your life, a manifesting generator can manifest anything they speak out or think out into the world. Do you feel that's happened in your lifetime?
Oh yeah, like once mum told me that I can do that, there's been so many times in my life where I've manifested things. Like this one time, my dad, I wanted to go to horse sports, and he was like, no, we're going to town. And I think I was like 8 or something. And then I read in my little fairy diary, I hope we crash. And then we actually did. But I didn't tell anyone that until like this year. And then I remember there's been times in my life where I've thought like my life is actually so shit, and then it would just get worse. And then because of this amazing mentorship group that I'm in, we work hard on like mindset and stuff like that. So I really worked hard on my mindset, and now that I've done that, I feel like I can just think about anything and it happens. I'm like, wow, that's pretty cool.
So have you thought up your beautiful children?
Oh my gosh, yes. I need to stop doing that. Nah, just kidding. I'm like, when me and Joe first got together, I was like, oh my gosh, wouldn't it be cute if we had a baby? And then I'm like, oh, wouldn't it be cute?
He is a blessing, by the way. Let's put that out there.
I didn't mean to
No,
fart. Like, just
blessing.
out. And then we were like, oh, wouldn't it be cute if I had a sister? And then like, oh yeah. And another one, I was like, man, I really want to go to Australia. And Joe's like, oh, I don't think we should do that. And then that week we actually we got kicked out of our house. Like they were renovating and they said that we had to leave. And then I was like, this is a sign. I made it happen. And then we went to Australia, and yeah, so many things.
So many things. Like, yes, let's just think I'll move into my mum's bedroom with her ensuite. And then
no, I don't think that one. I was like this, I want to go home. And then now I'm here. Yeah.
So that's how powerful you are as a manifesting generator. Whatever you're thinking of. So what are you thinking on next for you?
Getting a certain money by the 1st of March. So when it happens, I'll drop my bank statement.
That's nice. Also going back to Australia, have you dropped that out into the university?
Yeah. Accepted that.
Yes. So remember, as a manifesting generator, whatever you speak in, both negative and positive, happens for you. If you were to meet a manifesting generator out there today, what would be one thing or advice you would give them to handle life?
Oh, that's a good one. I would say like hang around people that are great, because if you're hanging around with people with shitty mindsets, you're going to manifest the same life as them. So hang out with people you want to be like. Do like lots of things, otherwise you won't sleep. And yeah, just like visualize what you want, write down what you want, because we're just elite. Manifesting generators are just elite. And also like, don't think about things that you don't want to happen, because it will just happen. Like, yeah, I know like some bad things. I'm like, what if this happens? I'm like, no, get out of my head, because you'll make it happen. I've noticed that. I'm like,
nice.
Only good thoughts.
Yes. That's so cool. I wanted to be a manifesting generator when I found out. And when I found out I wasn't, I was like, oh my gosh, I'm okay now. I like being a generator. Especially because I have a lot of manifesting generator people around me. So they're very like, it's a lot of energy as she's sharing.
Yeah.
And they're always moving. She's here, next minute she's gone. She's there. Does that resonate for you?
Oh, yes. Even like when I tell a story, I'm like to my partner, and then he's like, you didn't finish the story off. I'm like, yes, I did. And he's like, you didn't. And I was like, oh, well, I forgot the whole thing. So let's just scratch that off. Like, that's basically
She's
how
gone right through the story and she just started it.
yeah, like if you didn't catch a train, too late. I'm already gone.
Wow. That's so true. So if there were some people out there new to human design, what would you tell them that you've learned about learning who you are as a manifesting generator?
Oh my gosh, so much. Like there's things that you think you are and that you think you know you are. And then when you get your human design read, it's like exactly, it's like a playbook of what you need to do to become like elite, like the best person, the best version of yourself. So it's helped me a lot.
Nice. And if there was one thing you could say to your family, to people that know you, how can they help you or speak to you as a manifesting generator, as someone that's fully hard out, and already 6 months ahead? How can we speak into you or talk to you that will help you?
Know that if I don't see you, it's probably not you, it's probably you're too slow, and I'm already like 10 years, you're like just starting and I'm already like halfway there. So like it's not you, it's just that you're too far behind where I am. If that makes sense.
Yes. So do you feel you're with people that are ahead as well? That's who you stay with?
Oh yeah, definitely. Otherwise I feel like if we're not, then we sort of like just drop off as friends, if that makes sense. Like I always love you guys, but I just feel like, and also as a mani gen, I need to be up here. And if we're not at the same level, gotta go. Sorry, just gotta go.
So just some note to some of her friends and family that don't see her.
Yeah.
We maybe
It's not you, it's just I'm going this way really quickly. And like if you can like catch up, then cool, you'll see me a lot. If you don't, then that's why.
It's funny. That's so true though, because she is very fast, and even how you talk. Do you feel you talk fast?
Oh yes, and yeah, I do actually talk fast, and like I'll constantly like switch topics. So, but when I'm talking to a mani gen, we get each other because we can like quickly switch. But if I'm talking to someone like my partner who's a projector, he's like, what? I'm like, oh, never mind, babe, all good, carry on. And then I'm okay with that. Like,
yeah. How are you with speaking to a reflector then, like your brother? How do you find that energy?
My brother in general or his energy side?
Well, he is a reflector, so it is him. So
better now that I know how to talk to him, because he reflects, he mirrors me. I remember times where I was living with him, I'm like, oh, he's so shit. And then he would be that energy towards me, like, and then now like I'm like, ask him how his day is, like, like we're friends, and yeah, it's a really good relationship now that I know that.
Yes, they'll have more of that when they move in with each other again. So it's so exciting. Is there any energies you feel like you conflict with, or that's quite difficult for you to resonate with? There probably no one you're hanging around with.
Yeah, I feel like people that are out of alignment, definitely, because yeah, I can just tell. I'm like, stop lying. Like BS.
Yeah, right. You've got to be
like someone that, yeah, like
meter.
Yeah, someone that's like pretending. I can just feel it. I'm just like,
yes,
like
totally. It is a superpower. So the BS meter she's talking on is our sacral. As a generator and a manifesting generator, we have the sacral, that gut feeling, and we can read you beyond your words, which is like,
Yeah.
it's a little, because, what do we say when we know that you're lying?
Or like you meet someone, for example, and then you're like, oh, something's just a little bit off with them. And then you have like, you see them do something, you're like, that's what it was. There it is.
Yes. Yeah, totally. So you've leaned into that more when you meet people, that kind of BS.
Yeah, because I've always known that when I was like a teenager, but you're easily led as a teenager. So I never really listened. I'm like, oh no, maybe she's just like having a rough day. But I always knew it was that feeling.
Yes.
But I just like sort of suppressed it because I didn't know about the stuff.
Yeah, nice. And now in your mentorship that you just said you're a part of, how does that help you with connecting with people out there?
I think it helps a lot because it puts me in alignment. So it just helps me even more to become better than I already am.
Nice.
If that makes sense.
Yes. And then call in more of those better energy aligned people.
Definitely. Like, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's a superpower.
Yeah, like it's just helped me, like, working on myself and then knowing my energy, because everything's energy. It's helped me. Yeah, like I just know exactly where I'm going. It's just a matter of when.
Yes, nice. Because whatever she's manifesting is going to happen, whether that be positive or negative. So for you now going forward, is all you're looking at is positive?
Yeah. Because I've really worked hard, just to only think about good things. That's why I just can't hang out with people that are not thinking the same as me, because you work so hard at something and then you don't want to be with someone just to put all the work that you've done just so
the more people you hang out with, that energy will actually bring you to their level. With your decisions in life, with your emotional authority, how has that changed for you in making big decisions?
I have to sleep a long time on it, because like I remember in Australia I'll just be like sad one day, I'm moving home, I'm packing my bags, I'm going back home, and then Joe's like, do you think that's like, yeah, you don't know me, like, and then a week, and then like 3 days later, oh, good babe, I'm gonna live here forever, don't worry about that. And even like being here, my brother and them are gonna move in with us. I'm like, I've decided I'm not going back. And then they're like, oh, they can live their own lives, but they're all like, oh my gosh, why is she doing this to us? And then the next day, don't worry about what I said, guys, we're still going. Save your money, pack your bags.
Yeah, and I had a meltdown too, because I can't wait for them to all leave. I love having them here, but I'm like,
yeah. And then she sees Ahi's cars and she's like crying on her Facebook.
That's another story. It's not about me tonight. One thing, what could you say for someone that's thinking right now, like, wow, that's so me, what do I do with all of this? What advice could you give them?
Go get a reading if you want to know, because like it's pretty, if you just like, you can, if you think you are a manager and you just go Google it, it's pretty generic. But when you get a reading, it's tailored to your specific you as a person. So it's just helped me in so many ways. And then Mum's told me like things, what I'm destined to do, and I've been doing that more. And then better things have been happening. I'm like, wow.
Yeah, that's cool. Even learning about your partner, has that been good for you?
Oh yes, it's been really good, because you already know that they're like that, but you get a whole playbook of exactly, and then I'm just like, see, I knew I was right. It helps me understand him, and it helps him understand himself, which I already knew because, your partner knows you the best. Yeah.
That's cool. What advice could you give your partner for dealing with your waves and
Yeah,
your group?
I think you should know your partner, because then you don't get frustrated at them as much, because like for Joe, projectors need to have sleeps, and I've got so much energy. I'm like, oh, you're so lazy. Like, get up. Like, let's go. We're going for, like, come on, I need to do this right now. But that's just not his energy type.
Mm-hmm.
And now that I know that, I'm like, okay, you sleep. Bye. Like, I'm going to go do my 10Ks because I need to, or I can't sleep.
Yes, nice.
I think and then also he knows that, like, and mum even, like, I started a garden and I didn't finish it. I'm like, okay, done with that project. Next one. And like, that's good. She knows that, because she's not like,
well,
this freaking, like getting mad at me for something that that's how I am. Like, that's my energy.
She naturally starts stuff and then it's undone. So I've gotten used to it now.
No, even that, I used to feel like a little bit, now that I know that I do that, when I was young, I used to feel like a bit defeated, like, oh my gosh, like, why can't I just finish things? Like, why can't I finish things? Like, it used to just pee me off so much, like, and then now I know, like, I'm just not made to do that. And that makes me feel like nicer about myself, to myself.
Yeah, nice. And it helps me to understand that's just who she is. Like, I can't go push her to go do it because she's already 6 months ahead on the next project. She's finished the garden, even though it's just dug up dirt. And that's okay.
Yeah, and that even explains, like, me in school. People thought I was like ADHD, but it's like my energy. I just need to be doing like a lot, and I just can't sit still. So I feel like many gens will understand that, like, school wasn't enough for us. Maybe like PE and like things where you get to do heaps of stuff, but you're mainly just sitting there,
Yes,
and
stuck.
Yeah, just feeling so suffocated because you have so much energy and you just need to constantly get it out.
Yes. Has that helped with you being your own business owner then? Like doing your own energy? And or do you think 9 to 5 you can do?
Oh, no. I have waves, like maybe I'm on there like 3 a.m. or 6 a.m. or like, it's just, but I'm nicer to myself about that. Like, if I don't feel like doing it now, maybe I'll feel like doing it in 3 hours and just,
Yes, it's understanding that stuff for yourself. And also the moon will affect you. Does that affect you? It affects me.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Yeah. So maramataka is really good for us to learn and to be okay if we need to have a break or, do more activity if we need to. That's just what we need to do. Any last little words you want to share before we end this?
Manifesting generators are the goats, and
what does that mean?
Greatest of all time.
Oh,
like Michael Jordan. Well,
oh wow.
Anyway, that's another story. We're the goats, and don't only think about things you want, not what you don't want.
Like Io's little sister.
No. Nobody's thinking about that one.
So yeah, she's already ahead now. She's finished this interview. Thank you so much, daughter, for hanging out with me. And for any manifesting generators out there, let me know if you need a reading, learn about it. I mean, you are so powerful. You're a goat, like she just said. Daughters also refer to herself as a god.
Elite, Atua, goddess, anything you want.
So, who doesn't want to learn more about who they are and that kind of higher vibrational self?
Yeah, the godlike powers.
Right here. So thank you for listening. If there is anything in the chat, I'll check it out. If you've got any questions, let me know. And that's it from us. Mō ora.